The race to Mars is on, and this time, it's not just an American dream. For years, Elon Musk has been advocating for humanity's expansion to the red planet, and now, former U.S. President Donald Trump has also endorsed the goal. Just as the moon landing in the 1960s ignited a space race between the United States and the Soviet Union, the mission to Mars is expected to spark fierce competition between America and its biggest rival today, China. While many are familiar with Musk's grand vision of a self-sustaining Martian city, few realize that China has been actively preparing for its own colony on Mars for years. In fact, China has already built 2 prototype Mars bases on Earth, located in remote northern deserts that closely resemble the Martian landscape. Mars Base 1, a glimpse into the future. The first of these, Mars Base 1, is situated in Gansu Province at the edge of the Gobi Desert. Built in 2019 at a cost of $61 million, this facility looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. Initially promoted through a reality TV show where celebrities train with real astronauts, it now serves as an educational and tourism center, inspiring young minds to consider a future on Mars. Mars Base 1 offers visitors a fully immersive experience, complete with spacious sleeping quarters, an advanced command center, and indoor wheat farming. Outside, the base features a simulated Martian environment, complete with space suits, rovers, a replica crew capsule, and even a mysterious black monolith reminiscent of 2001, A Space Odyssey. However, this base is more about public relations than actual space colonization. It serves as a way to acclimate people to the idea of Mars travel, subtly preparing the next generation for the challenges of deep space exploration. Mars Camp, a realistic approach. In contrast, Mars Camp offers a more practical and utilitarian vision of a Mars colony. Located even deeper in China's northwestern desert, far from human civilization, this site more accurately reflects what the first Martian settlements might look like. Instead of high-tech bubble domes and futuristic architecture, Mars Camp consists of a cluster of simple, interconnected structures resembling shipping containers. The Chinese government describes Mars Camp as a center for scientific learning and patriotic education, designed to train young pioneers for the difficult journey ahead. While it lacks the grandeur of Mars Base 1, it presents a more authentic depiction of life on the red planet. Harsh, isolated, and focused entirely on survival and scientific research. China's growing expertise in space exploration. China has already proven itself capable of advanced space missions. In 2021, it became the second country to successfully land a rover on Mars. The Tianwen-1 mission deployed an orbiter, lander, and a 6-wheeled solar-powered rover about the size of a small car. Initially expected to last just 3 months, the rover operated for nearly a year, covering 2 kilometers of Martian terrain and making significant scientific discoveries. One of its key findings challenged previous assumptions about Mars. Scientists had long believed that liquid water disappeared from the planet billions of years ago, but Tianwen-1 uncovered evidence of massive floods occurring as recently as 1.5 billion years ago. Additionally, in 2022, China reported that the rover had discovered hydrated minerals in an ancient ocean region known as Utopia Planitia, suggesting that water may have persisted much longer than previously thought. The road to a manned Mars mission. China's Mars exploration program is just getting started. Over the next decade, the country plans a series of robotic missions aimed at gathering samples and identifying the best locations for future settlements. In 2028, the Tianwen-3 mission will attempt to collect Martian soil and rock samples for return to Earth by 2031. China has already demonstrated its ability to bring extraterrestrial samples back to Earth. The Chang'e 5 mission successfully retrieved lunar samples in 2020, the first since the Soviet Luna 24 mission in 1976. This was followed by Chang'e 6 in 2024, which became the first mission to collect material from the far side of the moon. Based on this growing experience, China aims to send its first astronauts to Mars by 2033. Unlike previous space races, this will not be a simple matter of landing, planting a flag, and returning home. Given the enormous distances involved, a Mars mission requires astronauts to commit to at least a 2-year stay before they can even attempt a return journey. A vision for the future. According to China's space agency, the initial Mars missions will focus on scientific research and building an outpost station, rather than establishing a permanent city like Musk envisions. Unlike Musk's vision of a self-sustaining human colony with large glass domes and thriving communities, China's plans are more utilitarian, focused on long-term survival and scientific discovery. China is already studying ways to construct buildings on Mars using local resources. One proposed method involves melting Martian soil into glass-like fibers, which can be woven into a strong composite material suitable for building shelters. Instead of high-tech futuristic structures, the first Chinese Martian habitats may resemble the brutal research stations of Antarctica, harsh, isolated, and purely functional. The new space race. Make no mistake, there is a race to Mars, but it will be very different from the moon race of the 1960s. Unlike the Apollo missions, which required only a brief visit and a quick return, Mars demands long-term survival and infrastructure development. China has laid out a detailed plan, with additional manned missions scheduled for 2035, 2037, 2041, and 2043. These missions will require extensive logistical support, including fleets of cargo spacecraft, in-orbit refueling stations, and advanced propulsion systems. The long-term goal includes the use of cycler orbits, a concept proposed by astronaut Buzz Aldrin, to create continuous transport routes between Earth and Mars using gravity assists, a rivalry that will shape the future. For now, Elon Musk remains the most vocal advocate for Mars colonization, but he may not be the only one setting foot on the red planet. China's methodical, research-driven approach to space exploration has already yielded impressive results, and if their Mars plans proceed as scheduled, they could soon challenge Musk's vision in ways no one expected. The question is no longer if humanity will reach Mars, but who will get there first, and what will they do once they arrive.